Imagine the picture. A sultry or, conversely, chilling January night. You turn off a deserted country highway into the parking lot of a roadside complex, turn off your car and go out to get some coffee. There is pitch darkness all around, broken only by the dim light of neon signs and a deafening, uterine rumble. Dozens of huge multi-ton trucks are lined up in a perfect row. Their headlights are off, the cabins are dark, but their gigantic 13-meter diesel engines are furiously idling, making the very asphalt vibrate under your feet. Any normal car driver at this moment is twirling his finger at his temple. This seems the height of absurdity, monstrous stupidity, and an environmental crime. Why leave the engine roaring, which burns tons of fuel directly into the air, while you sleep? The exhaust pipe continuously spits smoke, the liter counter spins at breakneck speed, and the average person thinks that the truck driver simply doesn't care about the planet or his pocket. But behind this late-night concert lies something much deeper than simple laziness. This is a real battle for survival, the tight grip of the law and a hidden engineering necessity that most people are not even aware of. Most of us are accustomed to measuring the automotive world by our city runabout, which obediently starts with one button in any snowfall. We look irritably at our neighbor who is warming up his car for an extra 5 minutes under the windows, and we think that the world of trucks works in exactly the same way, just on a slightly larger scale. In fact, a long-haul tractor is a completely different engineering universe, living according to the laws of extreme loads. Trying to drive this steel monster the same way as a regular passenger car will result in equipment worth hundreds of thousands of dollars turning into an immovable pile of scrap metal in one season. What seems like a senseless waste of resources to the average person turns out to be a carefully calculated decision. A heavy commercial diesel engine is designed completely differently than the gasoline engine of a regular Toyota Camry. These giant units have no spark plugs at all, and the fuel is ignited by insane compression that compresses the air inside the cylinder with such force that it becomes hot on its own. In order for this physical trick to work, the engine critically needs internal heat. As soon as you turn off the ignition at an icy truck stop in the middle of January, irreversible destructive processes begin inside the engine. Mechanics call every cold start of a huge diesel engine in sub-zero temperatures a real act of technical violence. When the car cools down, the engine oil thickens, turning into viscous jelly, which settles like a deadweight at the bottom of the crankcase. At the moment of the morning startup, the pistons begin to move furiously up and down, rubbing against the cylinder walls almost dry for several critical minutes. One such frosty start, according to engineers, causes wear to parts equivalent to hundreds of kilometers of continuous running on an ideal track. It's as if the driver was mentally wrapping up an extra day of travel every night before he even left the parking lot. Moreover, when the temperature drops 30 degrees below zero, diesel fuel begins to crystallize, turning into a cloudy mess similar to Vaseline. This paraffin jelly tightly clogs the microscopic pores of fuel filters, completely paralyzing the system. A continuously running engine, driving warm diesel fuel around, becomes the only guarantee that the car will be able to move at all in the morning. If you look inside this rumbling beast, you will find that the trucker's cab is a full-fledged apartment on wheels. Behind the driver's seat there is a sleeping compartment with a full bed, and its use is not at all a driver's whim, but a legal safety requirement. Federal regulations strictly require every driver to take a mandatory 10-hour sleep break between shifts, and this law is written in blood on the asphalt. It turns out to be an amazing paradox. Every night the truck cabin turns into a residential building in the middle of an icy highway, and this house vitally needs heating, light and ventilation. But there is another, medical side of the issue that no one thinks about. A huge percentage of drivers suffer from apnea due to difficult working conditions and use breathing apparatus at night. No running motor, no current in the outlet. No power, the medical equipment shuts down, leaving the driver a tired, deadly threat on the road the next morning. Idling here literally saves lives. But the real drama unfolds behind the cab, where a huge white semi-trailer is hitched. This is a refrigerator, a giant refrigerator on wheels that carries cargo worth millions of dollars. Inside it may be fresh California berries, delicate cheeses, or vital insulin and vaccines. This delicate cargo requires an ideal, continuous temperature, sometimes within 1 degree of heat, throughout its journey. If the truck's engine stops for even a few hours, the insulated van will begin to rapidly heat up or freeze. Just one temperature fluctuation and tons of scarce medicines or food products will turn into toxic garbage, causing colossal losses. At this point, the trucker is faced with a crazy legal paradox. 30 states have strict environmental laws prohibiting standing with the engine running. But federal rules make an exception for medical equipment, heating cabins in extreme sub-zero temperatures, and perishable goods. The driver is forced to skillfully maneuver between two laws at the same time, protecting his cargo and his life. Of course, the industry does not stand still, and engineers have long come up with an elegant solution to this problem: a self-contained generator, which is called an auxiliary power unit. This is a small metal box, about the size of a travel suitcase, that is tightly bolted to the frame of the truck. She has her own tiny motor that powers the air conditioning, sockets, and heating in the cabin while the huge 13-meter engine sleeps peacefully. It's clean, quiet, and incredibly effective, but it has one giant downside: its price. Installation of such a system costs the owner from $8,000 to $12,000. For a giant corporation with thousands of cars, this is a justifiable investment, but for an independent private driver working on the edge, this is an unaffordable cost for a used car. Hard math says that 1 hour of idling a truck burns about 4 liters of diesel, which works out to $40 a night. On the scale of a huge fleet, this is millions of dollars going down the drain, but not every individual can yet afford to pay a round sum for a technological solution. To understand why this buzz has become part of the DNA of trucking, we need to rewind the clock to the early days of American logistics. In the 40s of the last century, no sleeping cabins existed in nature. Drivers dozed right on the steering wheel or spent pennies in roadside motels. Everything changed in the late 50s, when giant highways began to be built throughout the country. The routes instantly lengthened significantly, and drivers had to spend weeks on the road. The first sleeping compartments appeared in the 60s, but diesel engines of that era were so capricious in the cold that mechanics at the bases resorted to crazy tricks. They drained the engine oil from the engines at night, stored it in a warm room near the stove, and poured it back in the morning so that the car could just start. When drivers realized that they could simply leave the engine running all night, it seemed like an incredible technological breakthrough. By the 1980s, the habit of keeping the engine running was ingrained into the culture, maintenance instructions, and training methods for newcomers, outlasting the technical problems themselves. The most amazing thing is that you are personally in touch with this rumbling night system every day of your life, without even knowing it. That ripe banana you ate for breakfast in the middle of a harsh winter morning came to you from the southern plantations precisely because some refrigerated truck threshed for hours in a dark distribution depot. Your package from an online store, delivered in perfect condition on a hot July day, or a scarce medicine at the local pharmacy, the entire global cold chain logistics is powered by this continuous diesel hum. That characteristic pungent smell of diesel fuel that you catch at a gas station during a family trip is the smell of the legal recreation of people who are right now transporting goods for your home. Even the final cost of food on supermarket shelves is partly formed from the very dollars that burned in the exhaust pipes of trucks while drivers got their 10 hours of sleep. Of course, the environmental cost of this process is enormous. Exhaust gases from thousands of idling threshing machines emit tons of dangerous microparticles into the air near residential areas near major highways. Residents of roadside areas have been waging war with transport companies for years, demanding silence and clean air, and their demands are absolutely fair. The moving industry is going through a tectonic shift right now. In parking lots, special powerful sockets appear, to which the truck can be connected, like a regular smartphone, completely turning off the engine. Slowly but surely, all-electric tractors are coming onto the market, with all the climate control systems and outlets powered by colossal batteries without making a single sound. The era of the nighttime diesel roar is gradually becoming a thing of the past, but this process is slow, because the gap between the invention of the technology and the moment when every driver on the planet can buy it is still huge. The next time you turn into a parking lot at night and wince at the deafening iron rumble of parked trucks, stop for a second and listen. You are not looking at human stupidity, laziness, or an old bad habit that no one wanted to correct. It's a living, working picture unfolding before your eyes: stringent safety requirements, the laws of diesel physics, life-saving medical devices, millions of dollars worth of valuable cargo, and the 70-year history of a huge industry that is right now trying to change. That heavy, vibrating noise that you once thought was an irritant is the real pulse of the world economy. This is the sound thanks to which the cups in your cupboard are filled with fresh milk, and pharmacies always have medicines. And if it seems to you that the construction of an ordinary truck is difficult, then it's time to think about how products manage to cross entire continents while maintaining the ideal temperature down to a single degree.